On Guy for Them, I saw this video on DWTV. I think you may like it. Please don't go away. The interview is so great that you may like it. Do not forget to share, like, and comment. Thank you. Watch the video.
Okay, so you were told come back to Africa. Here you are. I want to now know, what have your experiences been? The reality versus what you might have expected. Nakia, earlier you said that the state of the economy is not great, and yet here you are. Why?
I think where Africa beats America in development is social development, in terms of how people are raised in here and having respect for your elders. I struggled a lot with my mother. My mother passed about 2 years ago. I actually was taking care of her for 5 years by myself, because I couldn't get my family to understand that we as a family should take care of my mother together. But here in Ghana, you don't have that problem. You don't even really see nursing homes, because the people understand that when your parents get older, you should take care of them. And so these are the things that I feel like that are really important for us to really focus on and see that there's a lot that the Ghanaian heart has to offer, and that we also should take hold of and to integrate and understand our place in the society.
So Adam and Chiretta, you're raising two beautiful children here. How has that experience been for you, and what are some of the challenges of integrating so far?
Oh, it's really been beautiful. You know, in the States, we lived a very isolated lifestyle because of safety. You know, you want to go out, you want to take your kids to the park to play, but when you do, other kids spit at them. That is an experience that my son had at the playground on more than one occasion. And so we lived a very isolated life. So to be here and to be free and to see my kids be able to be joyful and that not be a crime has been a very, very beautiful thing.
Okay, I really love how beautiful this is sounding, and I'm just going to throw a little bit of pepe in here. Kojo, tell me, are the people who've returned romanticizing the idea of Africa a little bit?
Maybe a little bit.
Tell me about that.
Well, the truth is, we are survivors here in Ghana. And the reason why it may look like it's like we want to switch places with them, is because of that doggedness that the country has built inside of us. You've gone through the educational system. You've put together yourself to be on top of society, but then there's no opportunity for you to use them and put yourself in a better place in the society.
So let me ask that question, because you did talk about immigration and emigration. And actually, surprisingly, Ghana is one of those few countries in Africa where there are more people leaving the country than there are coming in. And that surprised me. So I want to know from the people at the back, anybody, if you got a chance, are you taking the plane to get out of Ghana? Let me see by show of hands if your answer is yes. When you hear these people come and say, hey, this is a beautiful country, we need to reinvest back on the continent, how does that make you feel?
I feel it's because they have money. That's why they're coming back home. But for me, I want to leave the country because the economy here is very bad.
Okay. Let me hear one more person at the back.
I would love to leave the country. Like, just as they are saying, when they were coming, they came with money, which is making their life comfortable. But we in the country, people are struggling on the street. If such person get opportunity, in fact, the person will leave the country.
Mm-hmm. Prof, what do you make of it when you hear that the local population here already has an assumption that you're wealthier, that there's an income disparity inbuilt?
So about 3 weeks ago, I gave a presentation on how you can earn $250,000 and 10x your income by living in Ghana. And a case study is I had translators coming from the University of Ghana at a conference that I just had. And we hired them to teach Chi. They had 2 students. From the 2 students who were paying them, they were able to get enough money to pay their entire master's degree for 1 year. Generally, people think, oh, what can I do with this language? But I'm saying that you don't have to go outside, and that was a message that they learned. There's someone in the world who wants any skill that you know how to do, and they're willing to pay you richly to do it.
Let me ask Jeff what he thinks here, because he is swallowing hard. I don't know if you think this is great advice or if you see it as somewhat condescending. What are your views?
Yes, I think what Prof is saying is quite true. Now, I heard my sister from behind me say that these people have money coming in. Yes, they may think that what they have is not enough for them as they come in here. But from the ordinary person on the streets of Accra, let's say Oxford Street, you see, if I want to walk on Oxford Street and buy what Prof is wearing, I can walk there and buy it. But can you imagine getting to Oxford Street and there's a vendor selling this thing, Prof standing there. The moment the person realizes Prof is coming from outside, his donation, the person prices this thing very high. So it brings a certain gap. But at the end of the day, once the prices go up, it doesn't come down. And we are the ones who suffer eventually. And that is a problem we are facing here today. Their presence is actually creating a problem for us economically.
But I want to come back to you, Mr. Kwesi, because obviously these emotional sentiments have the potential to become something else, xenophobia, Afrophobia. Are you just telling people come in, or are you putting in place strategies so that integration is sustainable and seamless?
In terms of the expectations from both sides, when we started a year of return and we started our first December in GH, the prices of goods in December more than quadrupled because people thought, hey, this is a year of return, we have an opportunity, let's milk it. It happens everywhere. When you go to the Olympic Games, prices of everything goes up. Yeah. But then we had to meet with people at the art center, with the tour operators, with hotels to explain to them that we are in this for the long term, that this is not just an open window for you to cash in. So it's something that we are building, but it's not going to take a day. The cultures are different, so let's try and work ourselves to integrate. So when I talk about cultural integration, it's also looking at how do we make sure that people understand what we are doing and they are not taking advantage of our brothers and sisters who are coming back.
Yeah, Jennifer, because you're the latest arrival, if I could call you that, do you feel that because of your accent, sometimes people want to take advantage of you?
I would say that sometimes that is true, but it's not just true for African Americans. I think it's true for anyone that has an American or UK accent, even if they're Ghanaian. When we're talking about Ghana, Ghana is a country that has a population of over 30 million people. There are maybe 10,000 African Americans. We're an extreme minority. So I think that sometimes we're used as a scapegoat, and that is misplaced.
Do you feel this, because I know that you run your own business and setting it up, was it easy for you?
If you are Ghanaian, you can set up the business for like 1,000 to 2,000 CDs. But if you are coming from outside, they're telling him, bring in $500,000. Now we'll set up, you can set up a business as the sole, owner. That is not, very easy, for anyone. If we're not having a very deep analysis of what's going on, they play black people against other black people. So just to the point, we need to understand that we're all black people and we have very common genotype, common phenotype, and a common thrust for survival that we need to have, as opposed to divide and conquer. Let's play those Asantes against the Fantes, Bloods versus Crips. They do it every single place.
Okay, but what I'm hearing is that black we may be, but our bank accounts surely are not the same. Let me find out from Jeff how he feels hearing all these sentiments, because these are now your countrymen and women. Are you aligned with their values?
We are happy they are here, and would wish that we can coexist with them without having any problem whatsoever. If we see our brothers and sisters, irrespective of even the color, even if it's a white person coming to buy something, let the pricing be as it is. You understand? And maybe governments and the state agencies need to establish some kind of price control regimes so that everywhere you go, the prices will be the same, so that it doesn't come to the point where I see you pay the way you speak or pay your color, then I price the thing to suit myself, just because I want to make some extra profit. That is stealing, and it's very bad.
So obviously one way to do this is what Mr. Kwesi here suggested, cultural integration. And I just want to hear from the people at the back. How many people have made friends with returnees, people from the diaspora? Are you integrating with them in your community?
So they come here expecting the expense not to be as high as it is at where they are, but they come here and it is another thing. Okay. And we are wanting to go to where they are because we feel we are going to be comfortable, very comfortable. We're also going to live in the luxury, and we go there and sorry, it's not. So I think if we should work on the narratives of how we paint each other, it's going to help. So when they make us understand that apart from the luxury that we see, there is the emotional pain. They don't paint to us, but it is what it is. Then we also tell them, okay, when you come to our side, these and this is what you are going to face because of where you are also coming from.
So talking about the language, I read Bible in church the last time and I decided to read in Chi and everybody was clapping. I didn't know why Chi should be something I read and you are clapping. You are happy that I read Chi for the first time because Chi is my language.
Okay. So language, coming back to language. I need to close this because we're running out of time. But what do you think it's going to take for everybody here to stop saying them, the diasporans, the Ghanaians, into we, the Ghanaians?
Thinking about Marcus Messiah Garvey and being a Pan-Africanist and seeing all of us as an us, as a we, and stop separating it. To think that us coming from the diaspora did not have to survive it's a little disheartening to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because we are killed in the streets daily, for nothing, simple traffic stops. And so I think we just all have to decide that we are all the same.
Okay.
I feel like comparison, they say, is the thief of joy. They were talking about the USD that apparently have, I'm not coming with a 401k or a pension or a successful business or a retirement. Thank you. I'm not coming with a successful business. I'm a monk. I don't know business very well. I actually have neighbors who are finally helping me get my stuff together. But we've been insulted by Ghanaians and diasporans alike because we don't have money. We didn't come here to make money stretch. We came to contribute. Yeah. So the amount of money that you guys think we have, at least us two,
we don't.
We do not have. And if you look like me and you have the accent you have, they aren't going to help you. They aren't going to give you any money. It is best to stay here, do what Professor said, and make something of your own. Because the talent here.
Okay, but what about people who go out and make it and make some things of themselves?
That's a very small percentage. And of course they're going to show you that on television. That's a very small percentage. And of course that's what they're going